That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Lakers ahead. They're up by 5. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. A fantastic game from Magic Johnson in this one.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
So for Chicago right now, Harper is out there with Jordan. Then it's Rodman. Then there's Pippen. And it's Longley in at the 5. Roam in the paint. Here's Cooper. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Pippen. But they recover it. Jordan kicks to Harper. To the paint. Longley passes to Rodman. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, Longley. Steve Kerr's checked in for Chicago. Both free throws good from Longley. Los Angeles leading by 3. Pass to Green. The drive by Worthy. Scott dishes to Johnson. Feeds it to Worthy. Outside, Scott. Here's the 3. And he gets the bucket. Scott's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Wennington, he's checked in for Luke Longley. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Johnson. Tries again. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here's Scott. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Scott's got 5 points now in the quarter. Jordan, the pass to Wennington. Back to Jordan. Can't hit. Excellent D there by Johnson.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Timeout.
Chicago calls timeout. You gotta like what Magic Johnson has done in this game.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside Worthy. Here's Green. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Laker lead. Jordan against Johnson. Rodman sets a screen. Wennington. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Johnson attacking. Tipped away. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Simpkins comes in for Rodman. And it's Kukoc in for Michael Jordan.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Johnson attacking. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Longley's checked in for Wennington. Rodman comes in for Simpkins. Jordan, he's checked in for Tony Kukoc. And it's Harper in for Kerr. Out to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Cooper.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laker girls.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Now, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here. That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's...
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
On the wing, Johnson. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Bulls ball.
Here's Longley. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Lakers lead by 3. And will return shortly. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. They've got Scott. Green is up there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Worthy in the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Rodman. And hit.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Out to Kukoc. Bulls moving the ball around. Simpkins, no good.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Longley's checked in for Simpkins. Pippen comes in for Kukoc. And it's Harper in for Kerr. And here is Jordan. Screened by Longley. Pippen for three. Worthy pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 3. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Johnson draws the double. Here's Scott. And the rejection by Pippen. And that one's good by Abdul-Jabbar. Bulls trail by 5. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. The drive by Jordan. And taken away by Brown. Cooper against Jordan. Cooper kicks to Thompson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And it's a 7-point Laker lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Clock at 6. To the middle. It's tipped. In transition, here come the Bulls. Dishes it to Rodman. The kick out to Harper. Inside. Here's Jordan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? 15 points and 4 assists. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
Chicago calls timeout. You gotta like what Magic Johnson has done in this game.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
6 on the shot clock. It's blocked. One-on-one here. Right block shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
The feed to Abdul-Jabbar. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 this quarter.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Johnson kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. All sorts of time. And again, it's the Lakers.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every